So today we have another video and we're going to talk about my money mindset. So a little backstory, I was like, I don't have notes, but it's all up here. So I was trying to think about, okay, like what am I going to write about, what am I going to talk about, video ideas, and this one came up. So what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about how I grew up around money and my mindset around money through like the years, how it's changed, and a little bit of the things that I did. So let's start off with the fact that I had two parents, they made me. I'm great. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Anyway, so I had two parents, mom and their dad. I grew up in a two-parent household until I was 4 or 5. I don't remember my parents' divorce, and subsequently I was being raised by a single mom. My dad was in the picture, but day to day, it was me, my mom, my sister. It was us against the world. Tupac. Anyway, so we all grew up together again. I grew up with a single mother. Now, I don't want to say like we weren't in poverty. We were definitely not rich, but I guess you could say it's a middle class, lifestyle. We always had something to eat. We had food on the table. We weren't living in, government housing, but, money was tight sometimes because, my mom, she was a single parent. So throughout my lifestyle, I never went hungry. I never remember a time, when I was worried as a child about money or my mom providing for us, because she did that very, very well. But growing up, I got inundated with a lot of images, a lot of stereotypes, a lot of people being on the system, people milking the system, a lot of people that look like me in government housings, and poor and broke, and that stuck with me because I was like, well, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be poor, I don't, it's a lot of the stereotypes that was coming in. I was like, oh gosh, I can't do this, I can't do this. So growing up again, I love school, but as far as money, I always was a saver. So when I was a kid, I remember having that 13-gallon thing of water and putting quarters and dollar bills in it. Side note, my sister used to go in there, steal my money. Anyway, so I used to save money. So I would save money in this coin, the 18-gallon jar thing. I put coins in there, I put bills in there, and at the end of the month I would go get the money and I would save. I remember one time had saving up $300 in a sock. And then when I finally got a bank account when I was maybe, I think 14 or 15 is when I got a bank account, I remember giving it to my mom. My mom was like, and she pulling the money out the shoe, out the sock, what the? And I'm like, yeah, put that in my account. And as a kid, I thought, money was what is it called? Money, it was like a waterfall. It was going to keep flowing. It was going to keep flowing. So I had $300 out, and now my mom was actually managing the money at that time. I didn't really have full access to my account. I was like, Mom, I want this. Let me, take that $50 out of my money. Mom, take this $10 here, $10 there, $10 there. And at the end, I had no money. I was like, where did my money go? It went to McDonald's, the mall, Walmart, shoes, clothes, and then my money was gone. But from a young age, I did save money, and I knew the importance of saving money. My mom taught me about credit as far as, don't call, a lot of the key things my mom told me involving credit. Don't call time for nobody ever. Pay your bills on time. If you get a credit card, pay it off at the end of the month. And stuff like that. So that happened, and I graduated from high school and I went to college. Now college was a different beast because my mom did pay my dorm fees and expenses, but after that I was on my own. So your girl went to work. See me if I was working, okay? So your girl went to work. I thought I was just so grown. I had to put gas in my car. I had to do my car insurance. I had a 2005 Dodge Stratus. His name was Tyrone, and I loved my baby. But anyway, I had liability. It was like $50. I had to pay car insurance. I had to pay to go to parties. That was $10, $20 a piece. Bop, bop, bop. So that's 1 party, 2 party, 3 party. I had a lot of stuff, to get or whatever. So I went, in the process of working. And when I work, a lot of like, and again, I wasn't budgeting, so my mindset was money was like, okay, it's a waterfall. It's gonna keep flowing. Like, the money's gonna keep coming. So I'm gonna keep going to work. I'm gonna keep getting this money. I'm spending. So while initially when I was in high school, I saved and saved and saved. Getting into college, I kind of spent more than I saved. I didn't like have an emergency fund. I didn't have like a whole lot of money sitting out there, because that's just, you know, what it was at that time. Again, it was the money was a waterfall. It was going to keep coming and coming. And then when I was younger, it was like, I'm going to save it and I'm going to save it. It's going to come. I'm going to save it. In college, I was like, oh, this money is coming and I'm going to spend it. And that's, you know, that I ain't editing this, but that's how I got into a lot of student loan debt. So after I ended up graduating undergrad, went to graduate school, my mindset kind of shifted then, because my mom was no longer paying my living expenses. So now I had to pay for my own rent, which was fine. I did have a job that supported me enough to pay my rent, but you know, it was like rent and very small bills, and that was it. And my rent was maybe, I forgot, $600 or something like that, maybe $650 a month. And then I had a car, so I had to pay car insurance, gas, get to and from work, food, you know, daily necessities and stuff like that. But when I was there, when I started to pay my own rent and I had to like get a grasp or like really understand how I feel about money, I had a poverty mindset. So I was like, oh my God, now since I'm paying for it and it's all on me, it's like, this money's not a waterfall anymore. It's a pond. And it's only a limited amount of this money, and I need it to go as far as it can because it's not flowing like it used to. These are just analogies as far as how I was thinking. So now what I would do is I would make sure I paid my rent for the next month. So instead of being like, let's say your rent was due on the 1st of January for January's rent, I would make sure like in December I paid January's rent, and then in January I paid February's rent. So I was like in advance, and I wanted to save money. But what I realized is that after and that was in college, I was like, gosh, this money is a pond. Well, that was in graduate school. So once I had my own apartment, I was still paying my own rent. I was live from the income-based apartments. When I was like in Dallas and I was living there and I was paying my rent, I would pay my rent. I had enough money to pay my rent when it was due, but I would pay it. I think it was $595 is what I paid for rent. So I pay half and half. So what I would pay is like $300 this check and $300 that check. And my mindset and money said I needed to pay half my rent. Now it was different because I wasn't even like going up ahead and stuff like that. My money was still a pond, but now I'm thinking, again, a poverty mindset. Oh my God, this money's like, it's a finite, matter of money. I need to make sure this and that. So I would do half one check and half the other check. I got paid bi-weekly. And my mindset was, if I lose my job, half my rent will be paid. And I only need to find $300. So I need to do this. And the problem with that is that while it's okay to pay half your rent if you don't have it, to have the mindset that, I'm going to lose my job. This money is not going to be here. This is something that it's very finite. It's not flowing. Kind of messed me up. And I realized after watching a lot of YouTube videos and, seeing how other people's mindset was with money, that probably wasn't the best thing. And I've since changed. So now my mindset around money is that money is you use money as a tool to do what you want it to do. So you're the commander of your money, and your money will do what you say it will do. And that, my friends, is why your girl budgets. And I was like, now that I'm budgeting, I was living in Dallas, having the time of my life with my girlfriends at the club. Now, mind you, my bills were paid. Okay, your girl paid her car, phone, lights, electric, gas, insurance. Like, it was paid. However, I had extra money, and I don't know where that money was going. And I know I had extra money now, because now that I'm budgeting and I have extra money, I'm like, what in the world? What happened? And that was me. So anyway, guys, this video is way too long already. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my money mindset. So comment down below. Tell me about how y'all think about money. Did you have a poverty mindset at first? Or, was your money a pond, or was it a waterfall? Or, you know, how do you feel about money, and how has your views changed from maybe when you was in college to where you at now? Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.